Hello, everybody, and welcome to WordPress Wednesday. Okay, so today, woo, it's WordPress Wednesday. We like our W's here.
Yes, we
Today we're going to talk about plugins because we get questions about plugins all the time. What are they? Why do I need them? How do I know which one is the best one? What do I need it for? All that sort of thing. So plugins are an integral part of WordPress. And I'm going to hand it over to Shannon. She's going to explain more what a plugin is and why we need it.
Yeah, so basically plugins are add functionality to your WordPress website. So when you install a theme and you set up a basic WordPress site, it may not always come with the ability to do every single thing that you want to do. You may want to add security or SEO or something like that. So basically these plugins are like just little bits of code that somebody has packed together into a plugin, and all you have to do is install it into your site. And now you have that added functionality onto your website.
Awesome. We like added functionality.
Yes.
And whether you're building your own website or you're building a website for a client, they're more than likely going to ask for added functionality that you would need to add to the site with a plugin. So let's go through some examples of really popular, common functionality that plugins deliver. So you mentioned security, backups, SEO. That's a really good example of added functionality. What else?
WooCommerce, if you want e-commerce.
Yep.
And just to note, a lot of these are free plugins that you can just download from WordPress. Some of them may have an upgraded version if you wanted even more functionality that you can pay for that, but a lot of these are completely free, so that is awesome. Forms, that was the other thing.
Contact forms, even like an Instagram feed. If you want to show your Instagram feed along the bottom of the website, you see that a lot nowadays, then there's a plugin that will kind of pull that feed onto your website. So there's a lot. I mean, pretty much think of anything, there's probably a plugin for it. It's kind of like back in the day when there was the whole like ad for Apple in the apps. There's an app for that. There's a plugin for pretty much everything you can imagine. So,
yes.
Okay,
thousands.
Yeah, there are thousands. So let's say someone wants an SEO plugin, and then if you go and you search for it, I'm going to share my screen and show you the overwhelm if you search for an SEO plugin, because there's so many. So I'll share my screen now, and let's kind of walk through what that process looks like and how to pick a good plugin, because there's a lot of things you want to look out for, because there's a lot of plugins you want to avoid because they could be dangerous, could be malware, could cause issues down the line, might break the site. So we want to make sure that you know the most important things to look out for with a plugin. So I just went to Google and I searched WordPress plugins, and the very top is the plugin repository. So the official WordPress plugin repository, this is where they all are. And this is what comes up. And we said we were going to look at SEO. So if I type in SEO, and we'll see immediately if I scroll down, there's a lot. And this is just the first page, and there's 51 pages. So there's a lot of SEO plugins. So let's start at the top and let's have a look. Now I'm going to use the example of Rank Math SEO plugin because we know that that's our preferred. That's the one that we recommend to our students. It's a really excellent plugin for SEO. But a lot of these that come up here at the beginning are very popular, very well known. But let's take a look at Rank Math and use that as an example. So I'm going to click in. Okay, so talk me through, Shannon, what am I looking for with this SEO plugin that is important to keep in mind before installing this on our website?
Sure. Well, first of all, you want to go over here to the right-hand side, and you'll see like active installations. So you see over 1 million people are using this plugin. So, it must be reputable and a good plugin. You also want to make sure that it is going to work with whatever version of WordPress that you have. So this one works with 5.6 or higher. So that's good because that's a few versions back. So even if you have a little bit older website, it should work fine. And yeah, they've tested it with the new version. So you also want it to make sure that it works with the newest version of WordPress if you're running the newest version, as well as PHP. So that, along with the star rankings and the number of reviews, should give you a really good idea. And you can always read through the reviews and see what people have to say about it, and anybody who's had any sort of issues, and that kind of thing. So this one's obviously very highly ranked and has over 5,000 5 stars. So
Yeah.
that's a pretty good ranking right there.
One other thing I want to mention is when it was last updated, because you might find a plugin that has great reviews and everything seems great, but it hasn't been updated in like 2 years. That you want to be really cautious of, because if it hasn't been updated, there could be issues with the code. It might conflict with your website. You might get malware. You never know. So the fact that this was updated 1 day ago, that's really, really good. So those are the big things that we like to look out for before installing a plugin onto our website or onto a client's website. Those sorts of things, you can have a real quick look, and then you can install it for free, play around with it, tick all the boxes, do all the settings, set it all up, and see how it feels for you. And if it's not quite what you really wanted, then move on to the next one. You can always go to YouTube and just search for, Rank Math SEO plugin and get some reviews and see what some other people are saying. You might need to watch a setup video. So once you decide which one you like based on the features we just talked about, you can then dive a little bit deeper and see which ones is the right one for you. Excellent. Right. Thanks everybody so much. If you want to be a WordPress rockstar, come and join us in WP Rockstar. If you Google it or drop a comment below, and we can get you some more information. But we focus primarily on all things WordPress, and we're a community of geeks, and we love talking about all things tech and geeks and WordPress, and we would love to have you join us. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you next week for WordPress Wednesday. Bye, everybody.